on a different path right now.
Needs to. I mean, he can't do ACKTD or Yelly Hayes Cho there.
Yeah,
but he did try his best.
Your team is
and it did show.
Yeah, you gotta respect the guy, but we need right now into a 1-1 scenario. You gotta show the card. You gotta play the royal flush.
Play the royal flush, or just pull out the ace under your sleeve. That is what we are going to be seeing here, because we are in the draft phase of game number 3. GOSU manning out Selena and Valor. Ignite Esports opting for a Harith and a Hylos.
Yes, and GOSU is still going to stick into the Farsa. Yes, they can. They were able to run it. They were able to put it into their favor. The pain has been felt. There's so many disengaged fight because of those airstrike, but
am I seeing a Zask?
But before Zask, Cho into the hands of Ignite Esports. Remember, we have a Masha player here, and he's going to be the Cho,
Ranger,
who is really good into split pushing, and you have the early game Grok. But GOSU was able to get that Camilla.
Yeah, a Carmilla and a Granger. I thought I was gonna see a Zask, which is another viable hero to go for split pushes, but not necessarily
and having
in
those pets,
this meta. Yeah,
but I think that was too much zoning. And if you're going to draft a diver comp into Ignite Esports, the Cho, a Ling or a Grok, the Zask will pop off because you're already protecting a Farsight, and you don't want also to protect a Zask.
Man, a Ling is again Ling. Just like what I said, Ling is a good duelist, a good assassin for that matter, because Ling's crit is gonna be scaling.
Diggy's still open.
25% crit strike chance, and a lot of the other skills that Ling has will be.
There should be a Basha Diggy.
Will be able to eliminate a lot of people, but look at that. A Basha and a Jawhead Thumbs potentially being
the Jawhead is good because you can eject the Ling, but you don't have the time journey to protect anyone as of now. And if you're going to draft an Akai, this is an all dive into Ignite Esports, Way of the Dragon, into that wall charge plus the Akai. Oh my goodness. This is really looking bad for GOSU for me. I think this is not the best GOSU play or draft. Well, how about you?
I have a feeling that if GOSU plays this right, like if they just play real well, work to their strengths, which is just securing objectives, they might just have the upper hand, but they just have to watch out for Ling. Ling is the #1 problem here, is a thorn on the side here for GOSU. Ling will be able to take out all the squishy champions that GOSU has without any problems. And GOSU needs a split push. They also need to watch out for the Cho that can also split push.
Yeah, and considering that you have a Farsa who's standing, casting all of those magic, Ling can jump in, destroy her. Yes, she might be ejected, but you gotta consider the other factors from Ignite Esports. They got that show, the Akai, who can just throw you off if you wanted to go in. And Sakuragi on that Kimi, it kind of signals a lot that they want to peel away for that free damage. And Saksa is always going to play for the Ling.
I mean, aside from just peeling away from that Kimi, they can also just apply a lot of pressure in terms of securing objectives in the mid lane. Let's also have a focus on the top lane, where Ignite Esports is just completely trying to secure the tier 1 objective here with Yasuo. And speaking of Yasuo, he is going to be playing that Cho on the side of Ignite Esports.
Rotation. And look at the map. They are being denied by Saksa and Sakuragi. They just want to stop anyone who's going to respond to the top side, and it worked well. And right now, they're having a problem on answering the towers. Yes, they got their Kamala, but not sure if Deed is ready for the damage of Ignite Esports.
Well, this is a basic. I think this is already going to be a trademark for Ignite Esports, just securing the tier 1 turret as fast as they can. They just demolish that turret in 1 minute 10 seconds.
Yeah.
But they need to not overextend just like what they did during game number 1. Just apply equal amount of pressure just like what they did in game number 2.
Yeah, and combining those, they need to adapt to the power of GOSU. Yes, the objective play is really solid, and they can just take advantage of that one to have those setups that can catch them off guard. But right now, GOSU still standing their ground. The aggression of Ignite Esports show here as Cho jumps into the back lines, but Pink Fluffy Bunny is also present here at the bottom side.
Oh, wait, the dragon.
Oh!
And that's going to be unseen, being blocked out by the Guardian's barrier. Not going to be able to answer as much, though, but we do see Carmilla just in the back lines trying to chase away that Akai, but that's going to be a regroup by Ignite Esports.
Yeah, I think Carmella is really good in terms of zoning everyone who's going to go up against the Farsa. Kind of puts an extra layer of protection besides from Jawhead, because the damage of Carmella is really huge, and you don't really want it to go walking in and being killed.
Yeah, and typically some people do play Carmilla as a tank support as well, but we've had more than enough tanks here on the side of GOSU. We already have Basha and Jawhead, which means a lot of damage output is going to be expected here.
Yep, and sticking on to that Carmella, who can just go ahead and put a bit of a threat against the Ignite Esports, who's really aggressive in terms of the tower diving, but objective play. Right now, Ignite is the one who's advancing the steps, 2 steps ahead.
And that is going to be bad for Escanor. First blood finally going on to the hands of Gaming there. Raptor Machete being picked up by Pink Fluffy Bunny as they tried to push their way towards the bottom lane, but they won't be able to secure that. Akai is going to be caught off guard here. But Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? He's going to try to go for the blender to the 1,000 pounder. Not connecting with that Pink Fluffy Bunny though.
No.
Dangerously low. Kiki is going to show his love onto Pink Fluffy Bunny, but that's going to be deep securing the kill onto Sakuragi over in the mid lane. Kiki surviving.
Isan goes for the wild charge. It's a 5-man and they need to run away. Bail out after that kill. Isan really showing that he's tanky enough, and even Saksa, he was short in his life, but still he was able to jump away and provide a really good damage, just take down Pink Fluffy Bunny.
That was already a good enough trade for Ignite Esports. They secured the mid lane turret plus a kill onto Pink Fluffy Bunny. They're trying to stop it from happening.
High tanks, they're just looking at each other.
The Brusco brothers are just...
ejected!
On towards the turret!
But Saksa isn't going to stop. Puts a really good amount of damage. Here comes the backup, unseen and deep into the back lines. He's going for the flank. Yasuo jumps around. He's dancing away into the beat of Deeb. And they're just going to bail out safely.
And while that's happening, Deeb is going to be overstaying his welcome there. He needs to back off.
No Hurricane Dance yet. No one's going to be pinned down. Unless they really wanted to commit on this one.
Hurricane Dance is now available here. Onto Kiki. Go Farsa going in for the airstrike.
There's a cooldown into the airstrike. 9 seconds before the turtles show up. And they are roaming around the vicinity of that turtle. Deeb, Escanor, Sakuragi just playing again with the fire. The energy transformation puts a lot of damage into the tower, but into the backline that's going to be Isan looking for the flank, and this might be
Deeb in the backlines. There goes Farsa going in for the airstrike, zoning everybody out. Nobody dying so far. This has been a prolonged team fight. Kiki though is going to get caught off guard. HP dropping dangerously low. Hurricane Dance is going to be committed onto Deeb. A lot of pressure there. Kami's going to be able to spray down Deep there, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Maximum charge has to be committed there.
Flickers in for the wild charge. Wasn't to go for the setup of the rockets right there. That was close enough. Jumps in. Saksa dancing all around the terrain, looking for a prior target, but all the teams bailing out. Yasuo, Ignite Esports. This is the power of the split push right now.
Nice call for Deep to go for the blade armor just to deflect a lot of damage there. Turtle secured by Ignite Esports. They are going to be pushing in. Guardian's Barrier is going to be committed onto Unseen so that he doesn't walk back easily. But Ignite Esports is going to be disengaging here. That's going to be another turret destroyed there. Tier 1 turret, and the bottom lane is out. Opens up the turret.
You need someone who's going to peel for the Farsa, or is going to set up for the eject. So they need to rotate. That jawhead puts a lot of pressure, and Yasuo just going for those free split push. But right now, Feather Airstrike going up against Unseen. Deeb playing with fire, looking for this target, but Saksa is around, puts the critical all around with those damage dealers. Goes for the Tempest of the Blades. Really good stuff. Jumping all around with Pink Fluffy Buddy for the backup, but Yasuo is there for the flank. Here comes the airstrike. Kiki might be the next target. Escanor goes for the flicker to save himself, but tower is down onto the top side. GOSU needs to go in.
To be honest, that was a defensive Tempest of Blades. That should not have been used defensively there. If anything, the Tempest of Blades could have been used in the backlines instead of just escaping the side of GOSU. But I kind of get what they're doing. Saksa just trying to not be behind in this fight because, you know, even though Ignite Esports is ahead, they don't want to give GOSU the chance to just rubber band back into the game here.
Yep, and they need to be more cautious, but right now they know where Farsa is. Basic cancel, the airstrike moves all around, puts the Guardian Barrier. Unseen being trapped inside, energy transformation lacking, no damage at all. Deep playing with fire, Isan as well, but here comes Basha rolling all around, waiting for those targets as Kiki waiting for a big Hurricane dance, setting up for a bit. Deep, more under the face, not really entirely going in, but no.
Bottom lane though. 1-for-1 trade over to the bottom lane, but over to the mid lane though. Yasuo is going to be starting with the split push. He does have the Blade of Swear, so this turret go that quickly. Deep is not going to be able to save that turret because that turret actually survives. Hurricane Dance is going to be used defensively against Deep. Deep going in for the push onto Kiki. Kiki gets stunned. Deep still going in for the chase. Unseen in the backlines as well.
And Unseen jumping in. Yasuo, he knows he's still there. But the turtle has been slain, of course, into the hands of Ignite Esports. Another one. They are playing with fire. They are baiting everyone into the eyes of those tanks, being the distraction from top to bottom. They are making plays and they are not losing any more of those exchange. It's good play from Yasuo.
This is a completely different Ignite Esports.
Yeah, and they are the ones who's pulling the trigger. Really good adapt into the situation. And Saksa, even though he's confident with all of those damage, he's not entirely being careless with all of those skills. He's poising those threat because if he's alive, even though he's not showing up, he is putting a lot of pressure into the minds of GOSU, and we are going in, going hard. As Deep being pushed away, and this is the dance of the blade into the Tempest all around, picking up the swords. Cooldown reduction, but here's the 4-man backup.
This might be the turnaround that GOSU needs. Securing the kill onto Kiki might be something there, but that is somebody being taken out with that Wave of the Dragon. Unseen has been seen. Deep's going to go down as well. It is a 1-for-2 trade in favor of Ignite Esports. They are going to try to apply a lot of pressure here. Top lane is going to be pushed by GOSU just to even out the equilibrium here. But that is going to be an easy turret down because Isan just has to swing once on the turret.
Oh my goodness, and that's the tower. Wild charge into the flicker. The power of Ignite Esports, the split.
The split pushing that Ignite Esports has. They're gonna maximize this. They're down to just 2 more turns before they can practically call it a GG, to be completely honest. But GOSU can still hang on to this fight. They're not doing
they need
bad
to look for those big team fights.
Yeah, big team fights are what they need, but they don't have a lot of initiates here.
Yeah, and at the same time, they don't have any solid follow-ups because the damage is a bit lacking compared to game 1. And right now, you can see Isan just playing with fire, not entirely being afraid of what they can do to him. But the wild charge,
maximum charge connects, and the Rondo, and the Rhapsody, I mean.
Yeah. I was expecting for the Death Sonata there, but of course, Saksa isn't going to let it have it. The answer, into the blades, picking one after another, and Unseen being played here with all of the bullets coming in from that
Kiki in the backside.
Kiki playing with the mind games, just stopping that airstrike.
Does have the Hurricane Dance, goes for a 2-man Hurricane Dance on towards Kimmy. He's going to be paying the price there, but Kimmy dishes out a lot of damage.
Immortality?
Kiki's still survives that. Immortality is clutch.
Oh, fair airstrike once again. Yasuo baiting a basic K, dude. Stop that. Don't cast anymore, but I'm not going to kick you into the face because, you know, just baiting out the guy. Here we go. This might be another last tower into the hands of Ignite Esports. I mean, GOSU. As Ignite Esports with a siege.
Sieging up as much as they can. The Lord is pushing the top lane. Unseen gonna try to clear out the minions, but Sakuragi is there to stop any attempts. Bottom lane turret is gonna go down. It's all down to the wire here for GOSU. They need to win this team fight, potential team game-winning fight here for Ignite Esports as well. In the backline, Sneaky gonna go for the Hurricane Dance, but Tox as well with a Tempest Blades.
That was a bad delivery coming in from Escanor, but they are going in inside the base and they're disrespecting everyone, but the damage is real as the answer of GOSU. Yasuo
going for the Blades,
almost!
But Saxa can actually do it.
Oh, yes,
yeah, actually
the Minions. It's the Minions. The card right there seals the deal. 2-1 in favor of Ignite. Second casualty of Minions.
Clear the minions, guys. That's something you have to go for. But that is a